Hello! Idea for this video is from one of my first clients from when I just started my YouTube channel. Sebastian contacted me back in 2020 when he was scammed several times by several Ukrainian scammers and lost all hope to find an honest Ukrainian lady. About 1 month after our first consultation, he found a Ukrainian lady on Instagram. About 1 month later they met for the first time, and in half a year they married each other. And for more than 4 years they live very happily in France now. I have just returned back from Izmail, where I spent a wonderful week with Sebastian, his wife and her parents. By the way, if you haven't been to Izmail, highly recommend to visit it. If not now, but when the war will be over. Amazing city, especially in the last 5 or 7 years. During one of dinners, Sebastian asked me a very interesting question which I have never thought of. Question was, how many men who initially request us something about scammer girls actually order a background check? And another question, which percent of men that indeed contact us think that they are smarter and don't order anything? No investigation, no background check, nothing. And I must say, these questions are very, very interesting. And when I came back to the office in Odessa, we looked at some very interesting statistics. Before we move on, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Also, feel free to ask any questions in comments below, or just leave a comment to this video. Wisdom tells us, fools must be scammed. I have recorded a video about it several years ago. If you haven't watched it, please do it right now. It's a very important video if you plan to meet, date or live with Ukrainian or Slavic woman. So, how many men order a background check? I would say about 25 to 30% of men to whom we highly recommend to order a background check actually book one. I really want to believe that another 25 or 30% of those men who contact us and do not order a background check likely understand that they will be scammed, will be probably scammed by those probable scammers, and stop corresponding with those girls. And of course, do not get scammed. And the remaining 35 or maybe even 50% of men think that they are much smarter than us, continue to correspond with girls on dating sites, on some social media or other applications. Of course, they get scammed, and probably they regret after that they never listened to our advice. But, as I said before, fools must be scammed. Of course, wise men who consider long-term relationships with Ukrainian or Slavic women usually order a background check in about, I would say, 80 or 90% of cases. They find out that the information that she tells them is correct, is true, and then with peace in mind, they continue with their relationships. If lady with whom you correspond sends you some documents that you do not understand, you can always send them to us for verification. Even ordering a background check will be much cheaper for you, comparing to how much money you can lose in the long run. But of course, final decision is only up to you. Statistics show that about 25 to 30% of men who contact us can be considered smart men. Unfortunately, 70 or 75% of men who contact us cannot be considered smart, and fools must be scammed. As I said, I recorded a video about that. Please watch it if you haven't already watched it before. If you need my personal assistance, help or advice, feel free to email me anytime. I'm always glad to help those people who really need help. Feel free to ask questions in comments to this video. Also, please comment what you think about this video. Don't forget to like it. And as usual, I wish you all good luck, success, happiness, joy, tranquility, and of course, stay healthy and wealthy.